Today we're going to be talking about an invasive woodland plant called garlic mustard. By the end of this video, you should have some information about how to identify it, why it's such a problem, and what steps you can take to help protect a woodland near you. Like many of Iowa's invasive species, garlic mustard was actually brought over here intentionally by U.S. settlers to be used for food and medicine when they arrived here in the mid-1800s. This is a problem because it didn't evolve on this landscape.
There aren't many things that like to eat it, and it grows early in the spring, getting a head start on our native flowers and trees.
It doesn't take long for an infestation to blanket the entire woodland floor, essentially forming a dense, impenetrable mat so nothing else can grow. So for these reasons, it's really important that we are able to recognize garlic mustard and control the problem before it gets too bad. The first step in controlling any invasive plant is being sure you know how to properly identify it. So, where does garlic mustard grow? It is a shade-loving plant, so you're not likely to find it in a prairie or in the middle of your yard. You might find it in a woodland like this, or along a stream or river,
or along trails, as animals and humans easily spread the seeds.
Secondly, garlic mustard can be a little bit tricky to identify because it is a biennial, which means it has a 2-year life cycle, and it actually looks different in its first year of life than it does in its second. In the first year, it grows as a rosette, which is 1, maybe 2 small dark green leaves with scalloped edges, and it will be growing very close to the ground.
This rosette stays green through the following winter, making it possible to check for the presence of garlic mustard throughout the year. In April of the second year is when the plant will start growing vertically.
You might be able to see all of these garlic mustard plants around me, but I've picked a few so you can see up close. The plant itself could be single-stemmed, like this one, or multiple-stemmed. And it could be just a few inches tall, all the way up to 4 feet tall. But no matter what, you can use the leaf shape as a clue, as well as the shape of the flowers that they produce. So in late April, early May, through June, it will flower. It will make 4-petaled, white, small flowers, and from those flowers will be seed pods, and each plant can generate hundreds of seeds.
The plant produces seed pods while it is flowering, and seeds become viable just a few days later. They start to disperse in July when the plant dies back.
The leaf shape is unique as well. Towards the top of the plant, the leaves are going to be more triangular shaped. See how they're still scalloped? Towards the bottom of the plant, they're going to be more rounded, more like heart-shaped. But after you've used all of these clues, you're still not sure. There is a tried and true test. Just pick a leaf, crush it between your fingers. It should smell like garlic. So, you know how to identify it. Now how can you stop the spread? The first line of defense against any invasive plant is prevention. So please, before you come to a park or other natural area, please check the tread on your shoes and bike tires and clean off any dirt that you see. There can be seeds hiding in that dirt. These seeds spread very easily and they might be hard to see. So it's just best to make sure that your equipment, shoes, bike tires are clean. We even have some boot brush stations in several of our parks where we know we have invasive species problems. So please use them when you get there and when you leave. So you know you have a garlic mustard infestation. What do you do about it? Like most invasive species, there are a variety of options available to you when it comes to control. But today we're going to talk about a really easy method. You just pull it and put it in a lawn and leaf bag. You can pull garlic mustard in its first year of life when it's a rosette, but that's just a little bit tricky and involves a lot of crawling around on the ground. So today we're going to be pulling second-year plants like this one. It's a good time to pull this plant because if you can see, it has not quite started flowering. Once it has started flowering, and producing seeds, you have to be really careful when you're pulling that plant because you might inadvertently spread those seeds around. So it's best to pull them when they're about this size and have either not flowered yet or are just starting to flower. To pull the plant, you just get down close to the ground, right at the base where it grows out of the dirt, and pull. The reason for this is it has a taproot. And depending on the time that you pull this plant, if you leave some of this root intact, it could send up another stalk and reflower. It's best to work methodically as you move through the woodland so you don't miss any small plants. Just pull, shake off the dirt so it doesn't weigh down your bag, and into the bag it goes. You'll see you can fit a lot of plants inside one lawn and leaf bag. Garlic mustard plants should be bagged because even after they've been pulled, if there's enough moisture, the plant could go on to flower and produce seeds. Garlic mustard seeds are viable for at least 7 years, so it's really important if you're going to the trouble of pulling the plant that you follow all the proper protocol to make sure that you're not accidentally spreading it somewhere else. Once you've filled your lawn and leaf bags, it's important you understand the rules in your community about how to dispose of them. Composting is not recommended because the seeds are likely to survive. In most places in Story County, it's not okay to put those in the dumpster, so they'll need to be burned. If you're working with Story County Conservation to pull garlic mustard in one of the county parks, we'll give you more information about what to do with those bags. And there you have it. Now you know how to identify garlic mustard, why it's a problem, and what steps you can take to help stop its spread in a woodland near you. If you have any questions about things we talked about in this video, please visit Story County Conservation's website or find us on social media. If you'd like to volunteer to help get garlic mustard out of Story County Conservation parks, you can find information about volunteer opportunities on our website as well. Thanks for watching.